Today we're gonna do our makeup and we're only gonna use 5 colors and 1 brush. I'll be using the blush and bronzer brush, and I'll be pinching this smaller, denser end and going into my contour shade first. And I'll just be placing it like normal right underneath the cheekbone, as well as my hairline and under my jaw. I'll be doing my nose contour at the very end. Then I'll just be pinching that brush again, that same side, going into my main highlight shade. And I'm just gonna pat some of this on the beard area, above my mouth, and right underneath that contour. Then I'm just gonna pinch this again and go into my brightening highlight shade and going underneath my eye. And then down my nose and in the T-zone area. You can also place a little on your chin and your cupid's bow to make the center of your face the focus. Now I'll just be adding my lip and cheek shade to my cheeks and my lips. Now once my 3D foundation has been applied, I'm just gonna blend it in. I'm gonna make sure there's no lip and cheek on my brush because I'll be using that same dense end. I'll just be starting with the lightest areas first and just blending that in ever so lightly. Don't worry if you see any blemishes pop through because we will fix that at the very end. The reason why that happens is because this makeup is so light and it's buildable. So it should not feel heavy, it shouldn't feel cakey, but yet we can still cover blemishes. Now once it's all blended in, I'm just gonna be adding that last tin, which is my Bella bronzer. I'm gonna be taking the fluffy end this time. This is the first time I'm using the fluffy end, and I'm just getting product on it. And then I'll just be doing light swirls on the top of my forehead area, just kind of in a nice big fluffy area, and as well on my cheeks and on my nose and underneath my jaw on my neck. Next thing we can do is we can contour our nose. So instead of using the brush, because it is a little bit bigger and this is more of a precise area, I like to just use my middle finger and I'll get some contour on it, and then I will rub my 2 middle fingers together. And then I'll start up my brow and I will just work my way down to contour my nose. And then you can easily just kind of pat that in. You can also take your brush and just lightly blend. And then to finish the nose contour off, I'm just gonna use my pointer finger and grab the smallest amount of my brightener and just bring it right down the middle. And again, using that brush if you want and just patting that in ever so lightly. You can also take your contour and use it as a really simple eyeshadow, just a really simple brown. You could also use Bella bronzer. You could also use your lip and cheeks for a super simple eyeshadow look. And I'm just using my middle finger again and just making sure that it's lightly blended. Now we're at the very end, and this is where we can spot treat any sort of blemishes. So I'm just gonna take my finger and I'm just gonna grab the smallest amount of product and I'm just gonna spot treat wherever I see distractions. So I see a blemish down here. I also see a blemish right there, that one. And then I see this one up on my forehead. And I'm just gonna, like, ever so lightly pat those blemishes in. And that is how you can do your 3D foundation with just 1 brush, 5 colors, and it looks amazing. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you'd like to get set up with a super simple palette, just comment the word palette below and I would love to help you out. Otherwise, I hope you have a beautiful day and we'll chat soon.